describing something. In other words, this is indirectly by saying his here that it's related to the speaker. There's not physically an arrow that's drawn to the speaker to say these two are related, but by just saying his, I'm implying or suggesting or describing the speaker. Okay, so that's it for Unit 4. Unit 5 gets complex in some areas. But let's go ahead and start Unit 5 and see how far we get for today. We won't get very far. Unit 5 on page 49. What I'm going to do is we're going to practice saying these sentences the way you would typically say them. And some of these are questions, some of these are statements. But what I'm going to do is, on each one of these sentences on page 49, I'll read it first, and then we'll read it together. And then I'll read this next one, then we'll read it together. So that way you can hear how the sentence should be said. So number 1, if it doesn't rain tomorrow, I think I'll go shopping.
Student.
Okay, so I'm going to say the sentence, then we're going to repeat it out loud together.
Repeat.
So, if it doesn't rain tomorrow, I think I'll go shopping.
If
it doesn't rain
tomorrow, I think we'll go shopping.
Yes. Okay. Well, my plan was to I read alone at first, then all of you repeat the sentence. So all of you guys together repeat the sentence to me. Then I will say the sentence. So okay. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, I think I'll go shopping.
If it doesn't rain tomorrow, I think I will go shopping.
There's a possibility we'll go, but it all depends on the weather.
There's a possibility we'll go, but it all depends on the weather.
So you understand? If I have time tomorrow, I think I'll get a haircut.
If I have time tomorrow, I think I'll get a haircut.
I hope I remember to ask the barber not to cut my hair too short.
I hope I remember to ask the barber not to cut my hair too short.
My son wants to be a policeman when he grows up.
My son wants to be a policeman when he grows up.
Keep it together. If I get my work finished in time, I'll leave for Malta on Monday.
If I get my work finished in time, I will leave for Malta on Monday.
Now, suppose you couldn't go on Monday. How would you feel?
Now, suppose you could go on Monday. How would you feel?
What would you say if I told you I couldn't go with you?
What would you say if I told you I couldn't go with you?
If I buy that car, I'll have to borrow some money.
If I buy that car, I might have to borrow some money.
If I went with you, I'd have to be back by 6 o'clock.
If I went with you, I would have to be back by 6 o'clock.
One of these days, I'd like to take a long holiday.
One of these days,
as soon as I can, I'm going to change jobs.
As soon as I can, I'm going to change jobs.
There's a chance he won't be able to come home for Christmas.
There's a chance he won't be able to come home for Christmas.
We may be able to help you in some way.
We may be able to help you in some way.
If you were to attend the banquet, what would you wear?
If you were to attend the banquet, what would you wear?
Any words in there? Oh, we read all those sentences, but are there any words in there that you don't know what they mean? Any of those that we ran across?
Banquet.
Banquet? Okay.
The feast. It's a feast.
Yeah. So a banquet would basically be a feast, a nice, fancy meal. Basically, yeah, something where there would be a lot of food. But usually it's an event that is held to where there would be a lot of food, a feast. In other words, a banquet. For example, you might hold a banquet on a special occasion to honor somebody or to celebrate something that somebody did as an accomplishment. And at that banquet, there would be a feast, so lots of food.
Banquet.
Yeah, banquet.
Banquet.
Yeah, banquet.
Yeah.
เขาไม่สามารถที่จะไปสมัครได้เองก็สามารถมีวนเนี่ยวนทูบีนอก
670.
670?
Yes, if I went with you, I did have to be back by 6 o'clock.
Okay, so what does that mean?
I, comma, and D. So I pronunciate.
Oh,
I did.
So that?
Yes.
So so yeah, it would basically mean I would.
Oh. I'm saying I did.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
So-
I have a confusion for this.
Huh?
I have confusion.
Okay, so the first, so on 670,
บางอย่าง
if I went with you, so that hasn't happened, it might happen. So, if I went with you, if that happens, hasn't happened yet, I would have to be back by 6 o'clock. It couldn't be I did, because I did would imply or suggest that it's already happened. So it couldn't be I did, because that would imply it already happened. But at the beginning of that sentence,